I'm joined by the director of Delors Institute, Yves Bertoncini. Good to have you with us. So what are the biggest achievements of the EU so far?
Good morning. Well, as you have said, the creation of a union, and more precisely of an economic and monetary union at that time, at the time of the Maastricht Treaty signature, only 10 out of 12 countries wished to join. I mean, the UK and Denmark wanted to stay apart, and that's what they did. And by the way, it was already a sign that the UK was not fully committed in the European project, and now we face the consequence. It wants to leave. But, well, 10 countries decided to join, and then if we look today, we have 19 countries member of the monetary union, so it's quite a success in terms of its attractiveness for the EU countries, even if, of course, it's a union which has fueled many tensions and controversies in the last few years, including in Greece. So this is an achievement. The enlargement of Europe also is an achievement, because the European Union created in Maastricht was a group of 12 countries. Now it's 28 countries, so there was a kind of attraction towards this union. Maybe a last point on what was the Maastricht Treaty all about. It was also about more cooperation between member states as regards diplomacy and defense on the one hand, and police and justice cooperation on the other hand. And of course, in these two fields, the progress is made were a bit insufficient, if I may say. And then, given the situation of the world today, given the situation of our neighborhood, there is a need to go much further in this twofold direction: police, justice on the one hand, and diplomacy, defense on the other.
So you talked about the positives. So what would you say are the negatives since countries want to leave?
Well, one country is willing to leave, and I do believe personally that it's an exception. I mean, the Brits were 1 foot in, 1 foot out from the start. There was a malaise, there was a feeling not only of Euroscepticism, which is widespread today in our continent, but of Europhobia. I mean, the tabloid were a symbol of this Europhobia. I mean, you hate Europe so much that you want to leave it. If we look at the continent, the other 27 countries, even if some member states, some heads of state, Mr. Orban, for example, in Hungary, are very Eurosceptic, I don't believe that they are Europhobe. I mean, they don't want to leave. But having said this, of course, we have a crisis of co-owners today in Europe, because the countries want to stay, but they are not fully convinced of the rules applied, for example, facing the euro crisis or facing the refugee crisis. So it's a difficult time for the Union.
Thank you for being with us on TRT World.